Welcome in, Zero State. Welcome in, guys. Tap it out. We are having our Newbie Tuesday. That's what we're here for. We're about to get started. We are connecting our YouTube and our TikTok and our all that. So gratitude for being here. I made a little boo-boo going live on the wrong Zoom, but we're on the right Zoom now. Gratitude for sharing out the live, tapping out the live. You never know what's going to happen here on Newbie Tuesday. Greetings, gang.
Yo, yo, yiggity, yo.
Hey.
Where everybody at? Oh,
Uh, there's a bunch of people in the waiting room. There's a few people here on TikTok too.
cool, cool, cool.
Ah, I've been thinking about changing the time to the evening.
Really?
Yeah, because I see a lot of people are on in the evenings.
Really? That's gonna mess up my other classes, my night classes. No, I'm stop. No, but I mean, Rev has a classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know.
Oh, in the evening?
Yeah, but it's usually sometimes it's 6 my time, sometimes it's 9.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow, Hassan, you be grinding.
yeah. Because sometimes, like the same reason you saying, like Rev be like, sometimes people can't make I guess the 4 p.m. Pacific classes, but they can make the
The
9
evening ones.
p.m. Yeah.
All right, so for my TikTok folks, if you want to join us over on the Zoom, this is how you just use your QR scanner. It should take you right there. I need at least one person to test it for me to make sure that it's working because it was off by one digit before.
Oh wow.
So we're not sure why it was working and then not working. And so we want to make sure this one here is working. No?
Oh no, is it working? I let the other me in.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
y'all know. I let the other me in.
All right. Okay. So it is working. Gratitude for testing it out
Cool,
and
cool,
helping
cool.
us out. Let's go ahead and let our friends-in-law in that are in the waiting room. Hey, you should have been there last Friday. Should have been there last Friday.
Ooh, what happened last Friday? I kind of remember.
You remember anything, Mr. Don't Sleep?
Jesus Christ,
You be remembering stuff?
a little bit.
All right, let's go. Computer recording is on. All right, so I am already recording onto my computer, but it doesn't say that I am. Hmm. Let me make sure. Hey, Nana. Gratitude for the gifts. You made me think I missed 2 sessions, but that's because you told me the other day. Oh, yes. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. So, yes, greetings, everyone. So, we're recording now. So, welcome in, everyone. Great day to you all. Today is Tuesday, the alleged 14th day of July in the fake year of 2026. And on Tuesdays, we typically have what we affectionately call Newbie Tuesdays. And in Newbie Tuesdays, what we are doing is helping to clarify, demystify, and some myth busting. Because when people start studying the law, in order to experience what we may call remedy or relief, they typically don't find the proper foundation. They typically find mythology and wishful thinking because they are typically, or I should say, we are typically desperate when we are triggered to start studying the law. Is that true or not? Are we usually in a desperate position? Who's going to be
Oh
honest?
yeah.
Are we usually in a desperate position when we start trying to learn the law?
Word.
Yeah, usually. Unless you're like me and you just voluntarily start doing this stuff.
Yes. So I was one of the people that was kind of crazy and um wanted to, we typically go through that Karate Kid moment, right?
Mhm.
Where you get into a fight and you get your butt kicked and you realize, fuck, I don't know how to fight. And it might just be a little tussle, but it taught you that you don't know how to fight. Can anybody relate?
Yep.
Can anybody relate? So, or
Hmm.
you may have even how you spin your arms like this when you don't know how to fight, but you
Windmill.
might win because like you're just knocking people out. You're just flailing your arms, right? And you might win, but you might still realize that you don't know how to fight. Can anybody relate? You might not lose, you might win, but you realize I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Anybody?
Just swinging and a punch lands. Yes.
And knock a motherfucker out, right? But you're like, wow, I probably can't duplicate that. If you can't duplicate it, it's not science, right?
Right. It's not the science of pugilism.
So, but when we start studying, we typically are led by, yes, Liv, just swinging, just flailing your arms, right? And you might land a good punch, but you don't actually know what you're doing. So you might not be able to duplicate that same win, even in that same area. You definitely won't be able to assist anybody else on doing it because you don't have a strategy, you don't have a method, right?
Or a technique.
Right,
Well, maybe you do
exactly.
have a technique. It's called windmilling, but who knows?
Yeah. So Linnea just dropped our Newbie Tuesday guide in the chat, and you guys again need to pick it up, download it if you're new here and you don't already have a copy. But this is how you join us. Use your QR scanner, put it in, put that there. It'll take you right to us. You can join the Zoom. It's free to come in here. But that's why we have our Newbie Tuesdays. Lots of people are coming to the law study space because they are desperate for their remedy. Unfortunately, people come to us when their loved ones have been taken away, whether it's their child or children or their elderly parents or grandparents, because they kidnapping everybody around here. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Okay. So that is when those events, those traumatizing oftentimes events happen, or even if it's like you got 10 days to beat a traffic ticket or beat an eviction or anything, we can agree that that's not the ideal mindset to be trying to learn anything.
Yeah, because where I grew up, in Newark, New Jersey, you could not win just swinging. You had to learn how to fight.
And that's how it is for some of us. So, but when we come into this information, what do we usually find, guys? Y'all call it out. What do we usually find? Correcting your status, right? That's what we usually find. Correcting your status. If you correct your status and you just let them know who you are. Right? If you just start a trust and put yourself and your children and your family. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Word.
Yeah, you got to authenticate your birth certificate because that's part of the correcting your status. All you have to do is let them know who you are. Yes, executor of my own estate. They are telling you that why don't you just focus on accepted for value
Jesus Christ.
and other bogus nonsense. And then the most important part, it's like getting a bad BBL. Oh, really? Yeah, the comments on TikTok be wilding. These things are unnecessary. They are irrelevant. And when you only have like 10 days to respond to a ticket, who has time for that? Who has time for going through whatever the process is to authenticate anything? Tell me who has time for that. That's right, Kang. Kang of the world. You cannot win. You cannot get to your remedy by simply posturing yourself as a foreigner to the United States jurisdiction. Did everybody get what I just said?
Yep.
Yep.
You will not get your remedy. You will not beat the traffic ticket. You will not beat the parking ticket. You will not reverse the what do they call it? The what not withholding, but garnishing. You will not cancel the garnishing simply by posturing yourself as a foreigner to the jurisdiction. Lord Pace said, there you go, talking about my business again.
Y'all are hilarious.
So before we go on, guys, how did y'all, those who were with us Saturday, how did you guys enjoy the class? Hosted by brotherhassan.com. How
Y'all,
did you guys enjoy the class? Let's get some feedback.
I loved it. Okay, here's my emotional outburst about that. That's why I have my hands up. First of all, I love the class. It's made my
yeah,
bot act so much better, like so
yeah.
much better. The only downside is that I don't know if y'all had the same problem. After putting in all of the notes from my coach, my bot started talking to me like I actually know what I'm doing. And I was like, wait, 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 wait. Just to be clear, this is from my coach. I still need you to like, bring it down a little bit. And it did. It was like, oh, I'm sorry. So, don't forget to tell your bot, relax.
Be
But
be
thank you,
good, but don't
Hassan.
but don't be too good. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Right, right, right.
Don't be treating me all advanced because I put this advanced shit in here.
Exactly. I said
Jesus
I'm still a
Christ.
noob. Just relax, okay?
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's good though, Linnea. I mean, like I said, I know the results are in that sense are typical. However, I do know that the more you guys work with it, as I said before Saturday, I was like, I trust that, those that do take the class, that your interaction with your AI completely changes. It completely is just totally different from how you've been doing it. So, but it being more advanced than you needed it to be, that's actually funny. That's really fucking funny.
It's talking to her like she's more advanced than she is.
And that's good to a certain extent. Um, but also I think that you're right. If you need to dial your bot back, dial it back. But that's good that you have the principles of technically extracting attorney's tears when needed. So
Right. I also like that it was actually checking me on stuff. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna just put this. It was like, no, 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 no. You need to go verify that. That's what you told me to do in the instructions. So that's what you need to do. I was like,
yeah,
okay. All right.
yeah, yeah. They'll definitely. I will say that's typical too. It'll be like, hold on. I know you want me to draft this, but you ain't got this yet. Remember, we supposed to have this evidence, or we need to make sure this has been confirmed first. That will happen. That will absolutely happen.
That is amazing because you remember just a couple of weeks ago, that was the problem with that guy's file.
Yeah,
It was missing something, and it was like, why you gave us all of it?
yeah.
It's missing.
I want to say that as probably one of the only people that attended the workshop that does not have a bot or have not used any of the AI stuff, I found it very, very interesting and very necessary. And I sent you an email, Hassan, that I thought you were going to get before this.
I responded. I did. I responded, but I responded probably right when class started.
Okay. And I just want to say that taking that workshop made me realize how much I have to get involved with this AI and get a bot. And so I'm gonna be communicating with you immediately to get in this next class coming Saturday.
Yeah, indeed, gratitude. Yeah, and that one is huge to go from never interacting with the bot and then taking the class and going, okay, yeah, I have to get me a bot.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, I was already coming to that conclusion before the workshop, but after taking the workshop, I said, okay, this is unavoidable, it's necessary because I want to cut down on a lot of the grunt work time that it takes to research a lot of these issues and statutes and connecting the dots. And so I seen that the necessity of that is why I need to get it.
Wow.
Indeed, gratitude.
What an awesome testimony, guys. Does anybody else want to share their takeaway?
Tamira's comment is funny.
Okay, I was just about to read it. My husband in here with his entire legal team can't keep him off the computer now. He's acting like he's too good for me now.
Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Ah, that is funny.
Oh,
And
thank
like
you
I
for sharing.
said, that class is to be able to align you better with your coaches, not to replace your coaches. All
As
righty.
I said on the call, feel free to replace me, guys.
So I
Feel
don't.
free to replace me if
Yeah,
you if you dare.
I think it's going to make this is one thing that I thought about, but I wasn't sure until after I got some of y'all feedback. But I think this is what's going to make the community even stronger because now you I think what I realized is it's one thing to observe me, Malika, and Quayne using, AI or whatever, or me even being inspired to even touch AI technically from Linnea and her husband.
I
You know
wasn't even
what
gonna
I'm
say that, but I
saying?
immediately thought that when after Linnea shared her story, her outburst. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, the
absolutely.
that's
irony.
we are into this stuff less than a year, guys, but it just goes to show that it's not about time,
Correct,
right? It's about interest and effort.
correct.
And if you have the interest and you apply the effort, you will go, you know, faster or slower than somebody else because it's not about that when you have community, if each one
Yeah,
teach one, right?
yeah,
So, and I actually love when I introduce someone to an area of study and then they take it further. I think that's actually a big compliment
word.
because not everybody has the time to go in depth in all areas. So just because they may have introduced you to it, right, doesn't mean that they're trying to keep you from excelling in that area more than them, or they might like feel any negativity because you did. Especially if you're like, did you see this part? Let me show you something, right? That's what
Yeah,
community is all about.
yeah. And for those asking, I see on TikTok someone's asking when's the workshop. The one that just passed on the 11th. It's done. It's the recording's up. The first recording's up. Let me say, and what I mean by the first recording, the recording that's up right now, even for those that just want to get the first recording, which I think is absolutely helpful to even if you don't have a state remedy. But the whole thing is up as if you were there in class. So it has the whole full, video with the 5-minute breaks in
Okay.
between.
Okay, so you just uploaded the entire video?
Yeah,
Okay.
and everybody has been added to that particular folder
Okay.
that participated. However, I wanted to add that I will eventually make an edited version where it'll just be 4 separate videos and things of that nature or whatever.
Okay.
Or,
So
or
where
whatever.
can people sign up for the recording to get the recording?
It's still the same way, just like if they sign up for the regular class, it's just that they'll get, instead of receiving a Zoom link to come to the class that happened on the 11th, they'll just be
You're not
added to that
telling us
particular
where. You're
Google
not
Drive.
saying go to Hassan.brotherhassan.com.
Oh,
You're not.
that's the answer. You go to brotherhassan.com.
Okay, y'all heard that?
There you go. Go to brotherhassan.com to sign up for that sign up for the replay. But
Okay.
I
And if you
know
if you let him know that it was done during this live right here, just take a screenshot.
you're hilarious. Yeah,
Let
because
him know that it was because of this live right here that you went to get it. I will give you guys a bonus.
yeah, it's just that let's be clear on that too, because the class itself, and those of you that are still, because there are a few people who didn't have state remedies who went and got their state remedies so they can be in class on Saturday. But it will be, I think after class, it will be offered instead of 204, it'll be offered for 234. That'll be the what it'll be for the recording or whatever. Especially if you get it through any of the affiliates like Malika or you get it through Quayne or anyone else. But
I
that's
don't know what Queen's offering or what Hassan's offering, but I know what I'm offering as a bonus if y'all let him know that it came through my link,
yeah,
okay?
yeah,
While
yeah,
you were here on this live.
yeah. And it'll be but for right now, before it goes up to 234, it's still at 204 for right now. But it will go to 234 so that affiliates can be able to have their share. You are getting it through the affiliates or whatever. But yeah, the recording is up. So those of you that took the class, the recording is in that folder, and all of you should have gotten emails that participated today. So you can go and see it. And Saturday, I look forward to having more fun with you all as we go further into it for those that have state remedies. Yeah, that's about it. It did go by fast, Liv. It did. That 4 hours went by really fast.
So I want to address the comment that for those who can't afford.
I just have a
So
quick question. I just have a quick question.
go ahead.
I noticed that y'all been, I think, calling trading claim. I missed a few of these classes because I've been kind of busy in the last couple of months, but is trading the one y'all calling claim? And am I hearing that right?
His name is Quayne. It's Wayne with a C in the front.
Yeah, instead of D Wayne,
No,
it's C
no,
Wayne.
no Q's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. I was just unclear. I thought you
Okay.
were referring to it. I just wanted to make sure.
I think it's
Yeah.
interesting that nobody knows his name and everybody just calls him trading.
Yeah. Well, that's
So I've made an effort to start referring to him as Quayne.
okay. Queen, I got it.
I mean, that's my given name. I have no problem.
Word.
That's my given name. People may know me on the internet.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Most people will know Trading Brigade from trading and that email address evolve into the lost space and that kind of thing. But originally, it's just Quayne. Some say C Wayne, some say Q because they think it starts with the letter Q, but it's actually CWANE. Appreciate love.
Word.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Quayne. C to the W.
Georgia Richmond coach.
And not you. Just
Huh? Man, I've been called Q, I've been called Kwame, I've been called
Like, I see
Man,
people commenting saying "Brother Quayne" with a Q, and I'm dying.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
So y'all gonna hear a lot more from Quayne. His class is coming up August 1st.
Word.
So that's in about 2 weeks, guys. So mark your calendars. Yes. Gratitude. Nana put the spelling in the chat. Y'all make a note of it. Shout out to you guys. Gratitude for sharing out the live, tapping out the live. We're already at 17,000 tap outs over here on TikTok. Gratitude, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the show on YouTube. If you have not followed our page yet, do so now. And if you wish to join us over here on Zoom, we'll be sure to put it in the description if it's not already in the description of our previous episodes.
I would like to, if I can, for the Newbie Tuesday. I think it's apropos. You see that comment on your TikTok that says one has an active case right now with some corrupt judges right now where due process is not given. Um, I will say that I think what does cloud preparation too is how um we look at the courthouse, the judges, the attorneys, the police. I think it debilitates us a bit when we and you're not doing anything wrong. You that said that in the comment as far as the judges being corrupt. It's just that I think if we do focus more on our goal and what success is in our sights, and we just focus our energy there, then if and when something corrupt happens, you don't have to point the corruption out as much as you have to point out what the rules say and what is supposed to take place procedurally so things aren't defective, right?
That is such a big deal that you just said. And I think it needs to be echoed. I don't know if you guys understood what he's saying. When you are focusing on the so-called corruption and fraud, you are misfocusing your energy.
Correct.
You're misdirecting your thoughts, feelings, effort, because only the rules matter. And oftentimes we get, I don't know, dogmatic, if you will.
Yeah.
And we'll say, we'll try to focus on all the so-called corruption.
Yeah, I had a session before class, Malika, and the brother is dealing with a foreclosure. And what was pointed out was the key things that he has to make sure he keeps a foot on neck with is how did they become the person entitled to enforce? When and by whom did they gain such authority or such entitlement to enforce? And even though that was plain, straight to the point, it was well woven throughout the whole strategy. What kept popping up was, well, yeah, what if they say something about producing the note, or because the note wasn't produced, or since I asked for the note, that they don't respect note being produced? And it's like, no matter how much I kept repeating, well, that's not what's important. What's important
because he
is
got that gas.
You see what I'm saying?
He got that guru abuse syndrome.
And that's because that's what's on his mind, which means now our coaching and our delivering of the strategy now has to fight for space in the minds of our friends-in-law. So now we have
That's like
double
the people
the
who
task.
come and say, yeah, I need help with a foreclosure. And I sent them an instrument. I sent them another instrument.
Yeah.
Sure wasn't a good faith notice.
And I think that they're halfway expecting us to be like, oh yeah, well, see, that's the slam dunk right there. You sent them another instrument? Tell me more about how, if the first instrument that you think they got didn't work, that sending them another one was going to suddenly work. Explain that to me.
So in this case, like it was the whole quiet title, right? And the quiet title, when bringing it up, I was like, well, let's see, right? Because I'm not saying that we can't quiet the title. Let's see what it is for this particular state and how it treats it. And no matter how much they were fixed on the quiet title, what was happening as we were analyzing the issue, it was like, bro, maybe you might want a motion to open or vacate. Open the case so it can be looked over again because you didn't have a chance to adequately be heard, right, in a meaningful way, right? Or vacate the judgment. Those things have to go first. But no matter what, if I could tell the whole time was, well, because in this particular state, it's a judicial, but the judge can then order foreclosure by sale, which is what happened. However, there's still a title issue. No one. It was the dispute of how, when, and by whom they became the person entitled to enforce. And that's what I was looking at. I was looking at it like, that's
No, I'm just gonna declare my nationality.
Jesus Christ.
That is what's gonna make it don't matter who's entitled
Yeah.
to enforce. Because you can't enforce against me, like that little girl said. Don't you know I'm the trustee, beneficiary, what? Trustor, all that.
Yeah. And then when it comes to like just circle back just real quick with in terms of you bringing up the class, when it comes to using the AI, right? Even the free ones that are out there, yes, they can be used. Yes, you can get the results because even in class, I even asked, hey, who's present, who's not subscribed to an AI? Because then you can really test to see what we're going over in the precise prompting workshop, how useful it is and how helpful it is to be able to center and laser focus your particular issue instead of you getting a generalized response. Oh, well, when this happens, people generally do this. No, you need something that's tailored specific. Now, I'm not saying that free
I've heard
bots
someone
can't do
call
it.
that poop brownies.
Jesus Christ. Poop brownies.
Yeah, it's like when you search the internet for brownies, a bot can't tell if it's a fetish, okay, or a real brownie. So they could scour the whole internet for brownie recipes.
Oh, wow. So that end up bringing you back.
You're gonna end up with poop brownies because it's
Got
gonna
you.
grab from everywhere instead of from a confined database. And that's why sometimes you'll be doing, proper, you're trying to do proper research and the bot is scraping from sites like Law for Kids. I'm
Right.
just saying that.
Yeah, Perplexity did do that.
I'm just
It
saying. I'm just
definitely did
saying.
do that. It did.
So that is my reply to the question about, oh, what if you cannot afford? We are up against tyranny. And if you think that that is something that you could just do for free, I'm not saying you can't because I don't know, but I'm not taking my chances. Is anybody else with me? I'm not going to take my chances with a free bot when it's my parental relationship on the line. I'm not going to take a chance with an unpaid bot. I'm not going to even, it's, it's not even advisable for you to use a bot without a coach. And I don't know anybody who's out there like legitimately coaching for absolutely free. But you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk listening to these internet gurus that that tell you things like don't read the code, don't read the statutes, don't read the rules. How you plan on winning? And then the reason behind why they're telling you not to read the rules, not to read the statutes, is that it's not applicable to you. Well, bitch, I ain't fighting myself. And it controls the people that I'm up against. So why wouldn't you read it? Why would you take a chance with your livelihood and an unpaid bot? If that's all right with you guys, then do that. Some people don't mind taking 5, 10 years to do something that they could have done in a year or less. Do you guys know that? Do you guys know that there are people that don't mind taking the long way to something right over there? They're like that song, I did it my way. Right? Y'all know that?
Word, Frank
Come on.
Sinatra.
Talk back to me.
And again, it's nothing.
Someone asked me the best bot to use. I'm just gonna let y'all know I'm biased. I told y'all that from jump. The best bot to use is the one Hassan programmed.
Gratitude.
So whichever one it is, either he programmed it or he gave you the prompts that he gave everybody in class. I'm biased, so I'm not lying. I'm just biased. So
Word.
do with that as you wish. Okay. Yeah. There's some people that don't mind. They don't mind if their kids grow up in foster care because they went and got a free bot and tried to figure it out themselves. Y'all know this, right? I'm not hearing back from y'all.
Wow.
This is Newbie Tuesday.
I hear you. The part about letting your kids be in foster care because you want to use a free bot is triggering me right now.
I'm
It's
just
triggering me. I can't.
oh, I mean, if it's a traffic ticket, right? Take your chances, yes? If
Yeah.
it's a traffic ticket, take your chances. If it's a parking ticket, take your chances. Who wants to take a chance with their mortgage?
I
Who wants
guess
to take a chance?
this is an emotional outburst. Taking that chance from the mindset of a coach, right? It's very ridiculous to take that chance. I get it when you're desperate, but let me tell you from my perspective why taking the chance is ridiculous. What the bot usage has shown me.
Hassan, you want to sound like we convincing them?
Uh,
Take some chances. Take your chance.
you know,
We're here for the people who want to take a chance, yes? But you're going to take a chance with a coach, and you're
yeah,
going to take a chance
exactly.
with a paid, trained bot.
Yeah, because that bot has shown me so much that these people that you think, oh, they're attorneys and they got a bar number and they work in the court, they don't know what they're doing because when we something as simple as remember that I was telling you in North Carolina, the friend-in-law had the the RDO, the resist, delay, and obstruction.
Yes.
So a brief update on that is they want to completely drop the traffic shit, right? If that's the case, then give bro back his $1,400 to get his shit out of the impound.
Word.
If
Give
that's
me
the
a
case,
refund.
yeah, give him his bread back like it was motioned for too. But also when it comes to the RDO, y'all don't want to drop it. The state want to pick it up. Well, good luck because you're never going to be able to establish that you met the elements. And when I saw that, not just in that case, but in a number of cases, I'm like, yo, these people are never really fulfilling meeting
Any of the
the
elements.
elements. And it's
Yes.
like the whole taking the chance thing. You don't need to when I'm thinking you can count on them never meeting the elements.
Well, and that is why it's so important for us to have Newbie Tuesdays, because what do most of us run into? Most of us run into when we come to this law study space that it depends on who you are. And when I think that when it's so focused on who you are, your nationality, your citizenship, and your status, standing, and position, it's based on the presumption that their case is otherwise legit. Is it not? Isn't trying to declare who you are based on the presumption that their case is legit? It's like, oh, your case is otherwise perfect, but it doesn't apply to me, right?
Right.
Isn't that what the status, standing, in position is trying to
They'll
get
fool
people
you
to
like
do?
they fooled me, making you believe you didn't win when you actually did. They won't tell you how.
Wow. Yeah, that's tough.
The
I
I
like
have to
playing lawful roulette.
you like
Not,
playing lawful roulette?
not.
I mean, well, that's what it is. That's what you when you have a, hallucinating bots and, you know, other things that go on like that. So I'm not against thugging it out if you want to. Okay. Some people don't mind the struggle, and that's okay. I'm not here to take the struggle that you like away from you. I'm only here to make an offer to lean on community, coaching, and mentorship. Okay. So that you don't make all of the same mistakes that others have made, so that you can get to your remedy at all, because some people ain't gonna get to it with what they're doing. They're just not going to.
Yeah, because
And if you are going to get to it, you get to it as quickly as you possibly can. That's not the equivalent of microwave results, but it's the equivalent as being able to point out obstacles. Because wouldn't you all agree that people who coach groups of people can start to see a pattern of how things go?
Yeah, I was going to say comprehension and the comprehension and dang, I lost my train of thought. But comprehension and group therapy actually helps with and with
Retention.
yes, it goes a long way.
Grace, I hope you postponed that hearing.
Yes, ma'am. I had a phone
I was
hearing.
like, what the hell, you trying to go somewhere to? No, I'm sorry. I had a baby, so I can't
Yeah,
come. I had a baby a few minutes ago. I can't come today.
exactly how it went. And the judge
Okay.
was very, very understanding. It was
Oh,
wonderful.
of course. Of course. I'm sure they gave you at least 30 days.
They did give me 30 days exactly.
See?
So yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
All right. So this is Newbie Tuesday. Typically, people ask questions about the guru mythology of going out in these internet streets, in when you are attempting to study the law, attempting to do things like keep your children home, get your children back, keep a home, period, get a home back, beat citations of all kinds about breaking ordinances, okay, using the law as it's written and intended instead of mythology, like posturing yourself as some foreigner to the jurisdiction, because that shit don't work. That shit don't work. It won't work because you do it in 2026. It will not work because it did not work in 2020. It didn't work in 1820.
Oh yeah, it didn't work in year one.
And
Year
it ain't
one
gonna work tomorrow.
to
It's not
2,000
gonna work
years.
2027.
That's right.
Yet Larry Law, man, he is one of the worst and one of the first that people ever bump into. And that's what makes it so crazy. That is one person that has made it through as a grifter, because people are associate his articulation with actual intelligence. And let me tell you, it don't matter how you talk.
Yikes.
It don't matter if you say I is, I are, or whatever. The law is mostly common sense for the common man, for the lay person. And it doesn't really matter whether you articulate properly or not. do you know the rules? And do you know how to hold your opponent to them? Anybody know what I'm talking about?
You know, he's kind of like a filter. He just like filters out the people who can think for themselves and the people who want ideas to work so badly that they'll believe anything.
And I think that's what Hassan was talking about. He's over here trying to coach somebody on what we have learned through, doing and helping others. Guys, we've distilled it to the only things that matter. And then we meet up with people that have gotten the gas, the guru abuse syndrome. Okay, remember, guys, take a picture of this screen before you go and follow that link to get the workshop replay so that you can take me up on my special offer that I'm giving to everybody who lets us on know that they got the link through our promotion here on the live.
Yeah, and I'm about to send you your link to for the sent. That was only shared because I had said 204, but y'all already know after which and through and in any affiliate it'll be 234. Alrighty. So all right, but I yield.
The
Go ahead.
belligerent Carl Lentz, LOL. I don't know if you guys.
That's funny.
He was one of the first people I found when I started studying in the law space. And he taught me a lot, both on what to do and what not to do. So I appreciate that. Same thing with useless. Same thing with useless L. Veronica says, I'm so thankful I found you.
Word.
Lawful living saved her from the gas.
One thing I could tell you is if you ever give Carl Lentz your phone number, you're fucked.
Oh shit. Did
Yeah.
you do that?
I didn't know he was a creep.
How
Like
come?
he called you breathing on the phone or something late at night?
No,
What do
bro,
you do?
he kept calling me to tell me to let him on the panel when we clearly kicked him off the panel because he just got a little racial at that point. But
Yeah, look, I thought the most helpful was Derek L. Sarcasm. Imperium. You talking about Dollar General? Okay, so we have people asking to get their questions answered on the panel. What is today's topic about? This is Newbie Tuesday. This is where we come and help to dispel mythology that most people studying in this law space find first. People like Useless L, people like Carl Lentz, people who will tell you that you don't need to read the rules of court, that you don't need to know the rules of evidence, that you don't need to know the rules of procedure. All you need to know is that you're a man on the land, flesh, blood, and bone. And if you're really sophisticated, you corrected your status. You declared yourself to be exempt from the jurisdiction of everyone, everything.
Right.
File your UCC.
Yes, make sure you file that UCC and make sure you get that UCC 11 that of course is not going to show anything because bitch, you're not a corporation. It's called the Uniform Commercial Code. Stop it.
Get your birth
Stop it.
certificate done.
Jesus Christ.
All of that. That's what we're talking about. Why? Because this is still going around. There's people who have big signs that say beat your foreclosure with equity when a foreclosure is an action in equity already. Places like Florida, Section 702, say it in the first sentence. The very first sentence. These people act like they're giving you some type of magic with the word equity. Did anybody get caught up in that word? Exclusive.
you got to pull the equity out of the words.
Exclusive equity.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
You've got to extract the equity out of the. I mean, but it sounds provocative, right?
Sounds
Interestingly
good, yeah.
enough, it's like when you actually learn law, you learn
Oh, you cut off. When you actually learn law, you learn. That's all we heard. Or is that just me?
Extracting the equity sounds like busy work to make somebody like
Join a
stay
group
busy chasing
that
their tail.
actually shows accountability, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So I just think it's ironic how we came full circle.
You're gonna have to repeat that.
Oh no, I was forgive me. Just long story short, you were talking about accountability, okay, about how to hold the other party accountable. And a
Yes.
lot of times people, they just looking to have somebody give them the answers and they don't want to be accountable. So it's just ironic how the law, which is accountability, and they're like trying to learn the law, but then they don't want to be accountable. It's like a catch-22. It's like, nah, you gotta switch up the mindset a little bit.
Absolutely. It is all about the mindset. And that's why we like to ask questions. Someone says, "Can I ask the judge for equity?" It doesn't really matter if you ask the judge for equity, because it's either an equitable action, or it is an at-law action, or it's an administrative action. And just if it's an administrative action, asking for equity is not suddenly going to make it an equitable action. Does that make sense, guys? If it's a statutory action, asking for equity is not going to change anything.
I think I never knew how that was implied until I got here, to be honest with you. So it's very clear now what an act in equity is, as opposed to just telling me using equity the way they were telling us to use it.
Yeah, they
Is
were
very
saying that you have
confusing.
to activate the equity jurisdiction. Has anybody ever heard that? Has anybody ever heard you have to activate? Let's see.
1933 equity, that is.
That who has ever heard that they have to activate equity?
I think they said to invoke, but yeah, they said you
Yeah,
had to
invoke. You have to invoke
Yeah,
equity.
invoke. It got to be invoked, Malika. Come on,
Invoke.
Come on,
invoke.
get it together, please.
Get my lie right?
Yeah, I don't
Get
listen
your
to
lie
that.
right, Malika.
Yeah, I don't listen to stupid stuff like that.
Okay, so let's look at the definition of invoke. We should be doing this in a large language model, right? Put that shit in your box. What the F is invoking equity? Because if it's not already a situation in equity, you cannot make it so. I have the power, or should I say, I have the equity, right? Is that how it works? That you just like put down your staff, and like magic starts flash. Is that how it works, guys? Inequity. Oh, is that how it goes?
Described it one time as they were led into a private room. Everything was all white. The robes were white. The lights were shining. I was like, bro, where'd you, like, did
Did
you
you steal
die?
that story from Dollar General, or did Dollar General steal it from you?
Oh, he said it too, because it was
That's
Ampu who
crazy.
said the
Yes.
first one.
Yes, he did. Gratitude, guys.
That's funny.
Invoke.
He Christopher Columbus that shit.
Yeah. I hope y'all get that joke. Christopher Columbus, that shit. Right.
Well,
I
hilarious.
found a land that it already had people, bitch. How did you find it?
Discovered is the word, right?
Yeah, so there I go. I gotta get my lies straight
Yeah,
again,
you
right?
get Malik. That's 2 times. Okay,
I
invoke
know, I
and
know.
then
Third,
discover.
third
Get it
time you might
together.
have to cancel your membership to this free live.
Okay, come
Maybe
on with it. Come on with it. Don't
maybe
let me say
Columbus
nothing again.
discovered equity.
Discovered it in
Okay.
his mind.
Invoke means to call upon, to summon into action, to put into effect.
Yeah, another word for invoke is God, God.
Yes.
That's what I thought of when I read this. No lie joke, bro. I was like, oh, call upon, summons, contact. Sound like God.
Mm-hmm.
But the way to, if you want to say you invoke equity, the way to invoke equity is you file a restraining order. That's an action in equity. You file an injunction. That's an action in equity. You file a strict performance suit. That's an action in equity.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you invoke it. You file the action in equity. But if it is you guys listen to what I'm saying and then research it. If it is a criminal proceeding, can you invoke equity? That's the quiz for all the newbies here. If it is a criminal proceeding, can you invoke equity? Y'all participate in the chat, y'all. They're giving me the puzzle.
I'm gonna sit in the corner. It's funny because we are participating in the chat and we are responding to some things being said, and I want to make sure I voice this when we're responding in the chat. I know sometimes we can't hear our tone, but we're responding in the most kind way possible. But we do recognize that there are some concepts that may need to be corrected, not because we're saying it, but because maybe you can be given a reference, you know what I mean, in terms of your all caps name being a business or Christopher Columbus actually being someone who existed on the
Your
planet.
all caps name being a business. Gratitude for bringing that one up. Go ahead and finish.
And the whole Christopher Columbus thing, because I'm not going to go too far off, but even the idea of Christopher Columbus really ties to something that's an observance of constellations on the horizon or above the horizon on Earth in particular locations. And at a particular time that it was said that this happened, it was dealing with astrological observations or astronomical observations, and it was turned into a drama that we known as some guy sailed with the Nina, the Pinta, and Santa Maria, and was trying to get to India and ended up,
Let's not even go there
you know
because
what I
there's
mean?
question of whether he even existed in reality.
That's what I'm saying. It was
Okay.
turned into that. It was turned into some folklore. But go ahead. I yield.
Robinson Crusoe.
So
I
if you
invoke
are
Christopher
hearing someone
Columbus.
but you are not seeing them here on TikTok, it's because they're right here. Because we have our own Newbie Tuesdays that we've been hosting for 8 years. And it's been on Zoom for that time, and it's been the same number because members go in and out, people come back, so on and so forth. But guess what doesn't go away? Our Tuesday, Newbie Tuesday Zoom.
Yay.
And if there are, if Malika, another emotional outburst, if I may, if there are people out there sharing with their communities to read and or pay attention to the holding of a particular case, then this is why in one of the last classes, it might have been Friday or Thursday, right? Even if it wasn't, oh, it might, I even mentioned it Saturday in class about the governing framework, which, and then Queen was like, yeah, that's the, stare decisis. So the reason why I commented earlier about the all caps name situation, I said, I have not seen any governing framework pertaining to any decisions where that's such a thing. Like the whole
Like that's the holding. Like that's the reason why
yeah, I
a
haven't
case
found
was
that.
decided.
Yeah, I haven't found that. I haven't found anything.
Oh, that's because remember, they make you sign NDAs when it goes that way, right? And then the case gets sealed.
Jesus Christ.
All of the charlatans that try to
Jesus
sell
Christ.
you that nonsense, is that not what they say as the excuse that you're not finding it on the books? You're not finding it anywhere because they got rid of it in the private chambers. Who said that earlier? They went into private chambers and gave you remedy. And because lawful living community and no one associated with it knows anything about exclusive equity, we don't know that that's where cases are won in the private chambers of the judge, right?
But
Even though it might be this going on,
Malika. It should
don't
still
worry
have a
about
paper
that.
trail. Even if it was in the private, it should still have the paper trail. So
Exactly.
they're only saying that to like throw you off from getting the receipt.
Yes. And a perfect example of what Queen said, thank you so much for sharing that, is the fake receipt that we got from Dollar General. The fake receipt suggested that the case was sealed. However, because we read the rules, the only way to have gotten it sealed is if the case that's associated with it was dismissed or acquitted. And then, because remember, the rules ain't usually just like wham bam the first thing. You have to be acquitted or it had to get dismissed, and you had to apply by motion to seal it. So you can't convince me that your case was sealed without showing me the motion to seal it, which is not sealed, and the acquittal or dismissal. This is the difference between getting a bot, getting a paid bot. This is the difference between having a paid bot and having a mentor or coach.
Word.
That's seen all this BS before. That's worked through it and gotten remedy and help people get remedy. That's the difference. And it means, yes, you can do everything out here absolutely free. You can do it all totally. Don't give anybody anything. If you're okay with risking that you lose all your shit while you stubbornly try to go along by yourself, instead of getting some coin and joining a community and getting some mentorship. It's totally up to you. And that's not me trying to reverse psychology you or nothing. Shout out to all my stubborn people that's okay with thugging it out, because everything is fixable. Your kids might be 21 before you get any remedy, but hey, they still alive, right? You can still bond. You can still have a relationship. So,
And you're for the stubborn people. That's me. No,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I know it. Go ahead.
we're
Go
gonna
ahead. Tell
be
me about
here whenever
myself.
y'all are ready. We are here. We are not going to pressure anybody. Y'all know that, right? We're not gonna pressure
Word.
anybody. We know what it is to not have. We know what it is to just be able to glean what you can and apply what you can with where you are.
Word.
But we also know what it means to get a coach. We also know what it means to get a mentor. We also know what it means to pay others to learn from them.
Yep.
And it's worthwhile, especially when you pay and you actually get value instead of paying for nothing. It's one thing to pay somebody and then they telling you a whole bunch of shit that don't work. It's another thing to pay somebody and then they can actually help you. But one thing I would say to the newbies is that, you know, take time to learn for yourself. Whatever amount of time you can, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, an hour, hour and a half, because it'll be worth
Yeah.
it. And if you don't
Learn
have that
for
to pay
yourself, but don't learn by yourself if you don't have to.
Right. That makes sense.
right. And if you can't afford that in hours, study hours, you could shortcut. It's like somebody who got the answers and then just direct you, you know what I'm saying? So it makes it significantly easier. And it may be trauma, that's preventing you from going out because I'm a little traumatized. But I would say that if you have somebody assisting you, okay, many hands make the work light. I'll leave it at that.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Gratitude for that, guys. This is so interesting.
We got hands up or no?
So holding of the case is not a thing. Absolutely, holding of the case is a thing. We're saying to look for those holdings in cases so that you can confirm that this is a remedy that works, like declaring your nationality, like correcting your status and doing something to your birth certificate and claiming the account associated with the social security card and all that. This is what new people who are just trying to beat a traffic ticket, who are just trying to cancel a garnishment, who are just trying to correct the record for child support. This is unfortunately what they run into. They are told to do something with their child's or their own birth certificate. It's total nonsense. But people are desperate when they come into this information, so their discernment is very low.
Put
Because
it in a trust.
if they're rightfully suspicious of stuff, then they feel like I might miss out on my remedy. So let me just listen to this person who articulates well and I'll attribute them to having the answer. But here's the thing that's funny. The most people that we want to listen to, the people that we find first, they don't have any receipts. They don't have any proof that any of their stuff has worked. They don't have no case studies, case findings. They don't have any case decisions that they could point to their own. They don't have any receipts of any actual remedy.
I'm shocked.
Oh, but they got all kinds of feelings about how when you ask for that kind of stuff, they can't provide it and they get mad.
That's okay. And that's when we should all abandon them.
But
Like every single person on the live, if it's a live, or in the class, if it's a class, should just hang up.
I think you said something
I've
really,
learned
I
to
think
do
you said
is
something really, really significant a minute ago, Malika. And I think the gurus key in on this. When desperation is high, discernment is low,
Yes,
the person is easily exploitable.
yes. The sick and the desperate.
Word.
Yeah, what I've learned to do is whenever these people say, just do this, they
Or all you got to
just
do
stay
is
away from those people. Because if they don't say, you should maybe try this, because the outcome is never going to be the same for everybody. It depends on how
But
it.
the outcome does become predictable if you
Yeah, but
apply
they
the
just
law over and
just
over
yeah.
and you're willing to go the long distance. If you did not get the win, but you preserved your record at a lower level, you're going to move on to appellate. And if it doesn't happen there, you're going to go on to whatever's beyond there. Because if you know that this is going to be the outcome, because again, the facts, okay, and the rules fit, then the only thing that you do have to worry about is, might you be bumping into some corruption? That's when it becomes relevant. Because, for example, if a statute says that a debt is unenforceable if it is past the statute of limitations of 4 years, don't come to me with no 5 year stuff talking about it might work, Malika. It might. No, it's going to, unless you bump into corruption. That's what, do you guys understand what I'm saying about predictability? If the statutes say nothing beyond 4 years, the only thing that you have to look at is a time calculation. Yes or no?
That's
Yes
what
or
the
no?
rules say. That's what the rules say. Absolutely.
Right. What I clarify is just say this in court, and then it's all going to be, go in your favor. That's usually
Remember, that used to be a joke to me. Just say this in
person.
court. You
Yeah,
you
just say
you in
this.
you
That's
in
usually what
there.
they say.
Don't forget to spit over your shoulder. That'll break the curse.
Well, first you got to throw a little salt before you spit.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Got you.
You got to get your superstitions right.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, Malika messed up. Not you too. All right. Not. Don't make me tell you again, please. Thank you.
Oh, hilarious.
I got
Very
it.
superstitious.
That's right, not a guru. Don't forget the salt.
When you believe in
Someone says,
things
can I
that
see
you don't
receipts?
understand,
Absolutely.
you suffer.
I have at least one pinned to my page. I have them sprinkled throughout my page. I show receipts. I mean, we have receipt parties when I go live, especially in the evening times. So make
I
sure
got
you
a fresh
follow
receipt,
me.
Malika. Malika, I got a fresh receipt. They
Oh,
know they prosecuted my warrant. They know they prosecuted my warrant. It's over. It's gone. It's over with. They
Yay!
got
Woo,
rid of
woo,
it. They
woo!
throw the
Yay,
case out.
yay! Woo,
It's
woo!
over with.
success story.
Way to go,
Okay,
bro.
did you get the paperwork so we could put it
I'm
up on
finna
the
send it to
screen?
you right now.
He's sending it right now. So hold on 1 second. Make sure you tap it out and invite your friends. You about to see a receipt
Way
live.
to go, bro. Way to
Look
go.
at me.
If
I'm
you
over
This
don't,
here
is
like,
about
don't
to
look
turn
at my
into a
Hold on.
receipt
page.
party.
Hold on. But can I say, Petty? I'm not surprised.
Results are typical. Bram, 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 bram.
Don DeMarco.
Yes.
Y'all are
Look.
You want me
hilarious.
to share it on here? Want me to just share it on the or
Did you
send it
send it to
straight?
me?
Yeah, I can send it to you. I was
Send it
saying if
to
you want me to
me, and
share it.
then you can share your screen. Can my co-host make it so other people can share?
Hold on.
Should be.
So you guys can, I'm gonna put it here on TikTok, but you guys can also scan right here and join. And remember, save this because this is how you get in every Tuesday. Even if we're not on TikTok, we're always on Zoom. Even if I'm not there, the team is there. Guys, get on.
Alrighty, multiple participants can share now.
All right, Wolf Dala. As soon as you get it up, I'll turn the screen around for our TikTok folks. Our folks on YouTube should be able to see it right away.
And again, we not surprised.
It's been a
Hey,
long time coming.
At least I'm not surprised. I ain't gonna front. I was expecting that. I'm like,
When
Jesus.
you start seeing them do the unicycle backpedal,
Yeah.
Turn left at the traffic light.
is this the case where they called you the husband?
No, this not. This is the actual
Okay.
criminal warrant. That
Okay.
was child support. What you
Criminal
talking about?
warrant. Criminal warrant, guys. I hope y'all
This
heard
is
that. Criminal warrant. No lay
criminal warrant.
prosecute.
Is this the right? Let me see which is which.
So we got to ask you while you're pulling it up. Is it because you declared your nationality?
You know, I'm a sovereign citizen, and I
Jesus Christ.
got everything.
What color
Y'all
was
don't
your
confuse the
You know what I
people,
did with my
man.
birth
Don't
certificate.
confuse the people, man.
Yeah,
Stop it.
let's not confuse.
I'm finna go get my birth certificate. Don't forget I'm a comedian. I'm so excited over here.
You didn't get your birth certificate authenticated, but you got this win.
Yeah, I got this win.
Sahar said, "Watch your mouth. You want me to blow the whistle, Sahar?"
You must have had the purple warrant. That's why. It's royalty.
Wow.
I be
Really?
feeling like the Kang when I walk through.
Can you see it?
All right, are you guys taking a screenshot of the receipt y'all asked for?
I
Is
can
it up?
see it. It is.
Let me tilt it up so y'all can take a whole screenshot. So y'all could make sure you include that it's lawful living, because you know our shit always works sometimes. You know.
Wow.
Do you okay? Just scroll up slightly so they can see that it's signed by Susan Lopez, state attorney.
Look, Hillsborough again. Look at that.
Oh my God, Hillsborough County. Oh.
That's the third time in less than 24
email
hours.
to send it to again?
Malika?
SVP.
Yes.
SVP, right?
So, yes.
Yep. And that's
That's gotta be one of my favorite counties besides Tarrant County.
Oh, and guess what this does? This is finna solidify my tort claim that I got too, because since they want to drop it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they told you they didn't want to process your tort claim until after they got a result of this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So now we
Malicious
finna
success
prosecution?
story, guys. Success story.
We're finna get this tort claim.
Okay, so let me read it. The state of Florida hereby enters a nolle prosequi in the above styled case and requests the clerk's office to withdraw any outstanding warrant capias in this case. I hereby certify that a copy of the foregoing state's notice of nolle prosequi has been furnished by email. The attorney for the defendant this day, the 13th day of July. So this was just yesterday. You guys are seeing fresh receipts, hot off the press. Criminal warrant. That's the case number.
Word.
Because we don't have to show fake receipts around here.
It's fun sometimes, but like, why wouldn't you do it for a
Share a
murder?
fake receipt and ruin your reputation.
Y'all are hilarious.
You better make it worth it. You better have
I don't
beaten
know.
a
I don't
murder
know about
charge.
y'all.
Y'all
I don't
are
know about
hilarious.
y'all, but my reputation is the way that I get paid. I cannot afford to ruin my reputation.
That is
Did
true.
you go look it up?
Well, some people don't have a reputation to ruin. You know?
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'd like to say my special shout outs, man, since I'm on the podium, man. Shout out to my boy Skinny for inviting me to the community.
Word.
Shout out to Hassan for taking my what it's called again? What y'all be doing? I forgot. I can't even think hard right now. What y'all be doing? Oh, my consulting. My boy doing the consulting with me. Thank you, Malika.
Okay.
And the rest of the team for uploading As Above, So Below that I watched for 1,000 days straight. Not a day minimum, not a day short. I watched it 1,000 days straight. Yes, I'd like to thank also my savior, Lord, and God himself, because I have recently turned myself over and surrendered to him, and everything has been flowing really, really good. So that's why I said
brother.
to you,
Welcome,
Malika,
welcome.
that's why I said to you, you have changed my life in
You
a
guys
way
trying
the
to
other
make me
day.
cry?
You took it as a joke, but I meant that wholeheartedly. You changed my life. You made me a much better person just by the way your spirit is. You too, Hassan.
Indeed.
You too, sister who also in Florida. I can't mention. I can't even think of your names right now. If I'm forgetting your names, just know every last one of y'all. I love and appreciate the whole entire community. Even my boy Bobby, who's not here right now, he helped. My boy Mick Real, everybody, the whole entire team from the As Above, So Below, y'all have helped me tremendously. And I got this off my head. This was a trafficking case, by the way. Yes, this was a big
That's
case. This was not
huge.
no little case. This was a real case, and it
Wow.
really helped me.
How much time were they
Now,
trying to
now,
charge you with for the charges?
It was a minimum 3 years, minimum mandatory 3 years.
now, hold up. Now, hold up. Now, y'all don't know, but there was a little conversation. I ain't gonna go too deep into our private conversation, but there was a portion where I really realized, like, even though bro a comedian, he don't fuck around, he don't play around, because there was a brother of mine who got into some acting, you know what I mean, doing little movies and stuff. And I was like, yeah, Petty, man, I'm gonna introduce you to my bro. And Petty was like, yeah, bro, that sounds like a great opportunity, but I got to get this warrant from over my head. That was March. It's July. So the point I'm making is that was maybe 4 months ago, bro, was like, I got to get this off from over my head, and now it's done.
Yeah, again, I want to thank y'all. I told y'all I was gonna get me a success story. I've been saying it, and
you did.
I ain't done yet. I got 2 more coming. I got 2 more with child support. They're gonna be here also. I ain't letting up. I feel good. Big dog over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo,
Hey,
Feel good.
bro,
I knew that I would.
make sure you send support at Freedom from Government for your shirt, your merch,
Word.
for earning your Beat the Bar shirt.
Okay.
Or whichever one you want. It could be has your sheriff read the Constitution,
Yeah, email me that joint too, bro. Even though I took a screenshot, email me that joint. I know we all gonna share this story.
If he doesn't, I'll forward it to you guys, okay?
Yeah, you already know when the community wins. So you already.
Awesome. Lord Petty, you're gonna have to show us the exact steps you did one day, okay?
I can. You want me to tell
It
you
don't
now?
have to be today.
I mean, it wasn't even. It was basically I had went to the Google. I'm gonna tell you, Google AI has a bigger search engine, and if you can articulate, once you get into the articulate form, you can ask it a question. And I asked it, hey, what is a way I can, after upload and everything, I was like, hey, what is a way I can get around this without having to surrender or face any time? And it pulled up a case, and I put it there direct verbatim. Find a case similar to my case posture.
Wow.
And it pulled up something in Florida that was in the 2nd district.
If that's not precise prompting.
I know, right? But
I don't know what is.
Stop.
It gave me.
You're exposing too much now, bro. No, I'm joking. Continue. Continue.
Hey, anything else? You can book me. Hold on, son. You can book me for consultants because I'm the new guru now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go through them no more.
Now you sound like that. That's like y'all can pay me $300 and y'all can pay me $300 to talk to me to tell you to go call Malika for $250.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go to them. Don't come to me. I ain't got time for y'all no more. I got this out my way. It's over with. I ain't got time with you. I'm like Dave Chappelle now.
Yeah, you about to be the #1 comedian in the world, bro. You gotta go on tour now.
Rolls up in here and hear, hey, now he's saying what I'm saying. No, y'all gotta pay me $500 for me to tell you to go book Hassan for $250.
You get the commission? You get your commission?
No.
Hilarious.
They're gonna keep it.
Okay.
Unnecessary names. Go call that. Go call that.
Yeah, hilarious, yo.
When your clients win, yes, that is.
Yeah. No, one a plate on each side.
Oh, okay.
So 90 pounds total plus the bar, like 135.
Okay, mute somebody.
Up.
Okay, so they get to pick which one they want. Not a guru. They get to pick which one they want. It could be the Beat the Bar, but it could also be the Has Your Sheriff Read the Constitution, or Keep My Private Name Out Your Public Mouth, whichever one they want.
My favorite,
You shared
getting
it
pulled
with
over
him personally?
uniform.
Okay, let me turn the screen back around.
Yes, they had this literally just came through. They had sent me an email, and I looked at it, and it said that the court date was canceled. And I read it, and I was
Yes.
like, oh man. Whew.
As soon as you get competent, they start canceling court cases. What have anybody else noticed that? They start canceling hearings. Georgia, where you at,
So
darling?
I wholeheartedly believe that tort claim is also a part of the process that, so again, go take As Above, So Below. It's free. If you can't afford it, like I couldn't afford it at one time, go take As Above, So Below. I promise I couldn't afford it. They was only 150 then. I couldn't afford it. They was too high for me. Them niggas were too high for me. So I went and did what I had to do and studied and took my time. You know what I'm
And
saying?
joined the community though,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And came to class though,
Yes, came to class.
right?
I got supreme understanding now. I think I'm a A student, a scholar. I think I'm finna go to college, Harvard, Stanford, one of those prestige colleges. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go to Ivy League. You know what I'm saying? Because I's a smart nigga. Hey,
That's
Linnell, thank
right.
you
What I
too,
told
Linnell.
y'all earlier. What I
Thank you,
told you,
Cindy.
I is smart.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't do
Ivy League
that.
smart.
Don't
Thank
I
you,
do that,
told
Georgia,
man.
Florida.
everybody, don't get got by the articulation. And is this not a perfect example of what I said an hour ago?
Don't do that. You're gonna hurt him.
Hey, where my
As
dog?
free.
You're
Hey,
gonna
y'all,
hurt
please
him.
let Cindy know that. Cause Cindy was one of the first people to help me train my bot and better understand the bot. So please, I ain't seen in a while, but let Cindy know that it's all behind me and I appreciate her help
Yes.
1000%. Cindy,
If
yes,
you have her email, you should definitely send her a shout out. If you don't, I will definitely give it to
I
you.
I I have her email,
She
I
would
believe.
very much appreciate that as a personal note.
I,
Word.
You don't
Uh,
answer your email.
I am just so excited when the community comes together and helps each other, especially when it yields these types of results.
okay,
Word.
so I don't see her email. What is her email? Can't send it to me and I'll email her.
Okay, sure
Yeah,
will.
I definitely email
Or
her,
if
man.
any of my colleagues know Cindy's very simple email, y'all can send it to
I know it's
Wolf Dollar.
I got her number, I believe though.
You might.
Yeah, I do. Right here.
This is how you get competent, guys. You come to class, you get you a coach.
I watch you on TikTok.
You can take, like he said, the As Above, So Below series is absolutely free.
That's good.
It's been free for years,
That's
but
good.
most people won't take it. One, because it is free and people prefer to pay for shit and then complain. And then two, it's long. We actually have people who have complained that it's long. So you have it for free. Who the fuck cares what time it is? How much time it takes?
It's the Bobby for me.
Hey,
Just
hey.
fast forward. He ain't in all of them.
Hey, don't disrespect Bobby. No Bobby slander would be tolerated in front of me.
Hey, I tell Bobby to his face.
Hey, slavery didn't end in 3
Freedom
days.
talks to Bobby, or not. I'm not sure what it is right now.
No,
Yeah,
we argue.
he's a different Bobby now.
Yeah, and his slavery wasn't instant. It
The
took.
As Above, So Below series is free. It's free on YouTube and it's free on Rumble.
Word.
It's 36 hours though, and you don't get to complain that it's 36 hours. As Above, So Below. Veronica just put the link in the chat. It's a whole series.
You too can be free in 36 hours.
I
Watch
remember
it.
when I got a scholarship for taking notes on all 15 videos.
Yeah, watch him. Watch him. I promise you, watch him every day like you binge watching your favorite show, and you will get the comprehension you're looking for. I promise you.
You will
It is.
learn something new every time you watch it.
It's gonna be
I'm
confusing at
actually
first. Now it's gonna sound like Spanish.
I'm actually thinking about reducing the volume, like making it shorter.
No, make them
Distilling
so. No, don't cheat the game. You
I,
cannot cheat the game.
I said
Every video is worth the watch. I promise you.
You guys
Every
are
one of
actually
them.
saying no, y'all don't want me
I'm
to make
telling
it
no,
shorter?
Okay,
because
so then I gotta
it's
admit too,
it's
Bobby's
worth it.
not that bad on the videos. I'm just being a hater.
second
Oh
that. I
man,
second that.
Bobby and McReal had the best part on there when they argued. I think it's episode 13. That's the best one. You're gonna love it.
I second Wolf Dollar's motion. Do not reduce it, because anybody who really wants to get this should be doing just what he said. Listen,
Paying their
That is
dues.
why it's in
every
the As Above,
day.
So Below. I'm sorry. As Above, So Below is linked in the Newbie Tuesday guide that Linnea put together. Out of the kindness of her heart, she didn't even charge none of y'all. And some of y'all ain't even download it. And then we found out last week, y'all keeping it in your bosom. You're not even sharing it. Why? Because you feel like you're casting pearls to swine. You feel like people are not ready. Because when you ask them, where did they learn or verify anything that they believe? I hope you guys, from our last conversation, has been asking more people that question. Where and when did you verify whatever you believe about the law? That is what to ask all the naysayers if we didn't clarify when we spoke about this. When people are thinking and saying that we are the crazy ones for reading the rules of evidence, for reading case law, for reading legislative congressional debates, okay, for reading legislation, when they think that, why don't you just pay your bills? Why don't you just pay the ticket? It's only $50.
Malika, you started something because there's a lot of buzz going on about the SSA 89.
It's just like when people talk about trust, and I'm seen as the antitrust. I'm not antitrust. I'm not anti SSA 89. It's about when something is applicable and when it is not. You have to have discernment. So, give you another newbie example. There are people that are stuck in the administrative process. They're people who don't see themselves as newbies, but they're stuck in the administrative process. What do I mean by that? Sending notices are powerful. However, you have to be strategic about when you're sending a notice, what the notice is for. Same thing with so-called affidavits. Right? Right,
Yeah,
Will Dollar?
don't tell David.
Same thing about affidavits.
Word.
There's a time to use them, and there's a time not to use them. But when we are new, we get stuck in the administrative loop where we're sending affidavits to people who just need a notice. And then we say things like, well, they ignored my affidavit. Was it in court or out of court? Because you can use notices and affidavits in court, but out of court, affidavits don't mean anything. I mean, in court, depending on the efficiency or sufficiency or deficiencies, it don't mean nothing in court. But it absolutely doesn't mean anything out of court. It doesn't matter if you called it an affidavit. It doesn't do what you think is. And I don't know why the guru's just speaking these ways that make it seem like the only way to speak, the only way to communicate is by affidavits. And if you send affidavits to everybody, they're gonna be they're gonna know you are actually like delusional. They're gonna know you're delusional. They're gonna know you don't know how shit work.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely are. Because they're gonna send it to their staff's attorney,
and
then
laugh.
the staff's attorney is going to be like, "Huh?" And then the staff's attorney going to memo them and let them know that whoever sent that doesn't know what they're talking about.
And they don't have to answer.
Correct.
Because the
I do have a question though.
the process that you're using does not invoke their actual duty to respond. And that newbie idea that an unrebutted affidavit stands as truth in commerce is more nonsense, which is why we have Newbie Tuesdays to help clarify it. Go ahead, Queen, with your question.
So if you did send the correct paperwork, like to the correct entity, but they responded and said that they don't have jurisdiction, but then they still saying that they're going to proceed with a hearing if you don't retract your like declaratory action. How do you figure that one out?
I don't think I understand the issue. If they don't have jurisdiction, why would they have a hearing?
And that's what I was trying to figure out, because the PSC, after Linnea and the whole team, and Training Brigade, and everyone here, was listening to me for all these different weeks pertaining to Orange County utilities. They responded back and basically said like, "Hey, we don't have jurisdiction
Did they
over
actually
Orange
use
County
that term?
utilities."
They don't have jurisdiction over their own county utilities? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I shared the response with Training because I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if he had get a chance to review it, but I was kind of suspect because they were saying they're still gonna have the hearing next month if I don't
Great.
retract the thing, and I was just like, okay, let's wait and see what the hearing gotta say. And I was wondering if it was a tactic, but then it took a long time to even find out who basically had the jurisdiction over these people because they buried it. Like, it's not one of those things like you just go on Google and you type it in.
We know how that works, especially with the utilities, which is why we, did the class that way, right? Every utility tries to hide whether they are like co-owned, like a co-op, right? They don't let you know if they're a co-op or if they're regulated by the Tennessee Valley Authority, or you know what I mean? Or the Public Utility Commission. They don't, that's like you gotta dig to find that.
Okay, so I'm attempting to share my screen. I don't know if I did that correctly. Hold on. Share screen. Screen. Okay.
So
you guys see my screen?
We can't see your screen.
Oh, okay.
What I would do if it were me in your situation is I would thank them for their communication and ask them to tell me. If not you, then who? And can we invite them to the hearing
Yeah,
as
I
well?
asked her. I even made it simple, and I said, in my communication with her, I said, well, okay, well, if I have service, if I requested, for help from Boost Mobile, and I don't have service with Boost Mobile, are you saying that AT&T is the person who I should reach out to, right? And she was like, well, I can't give legal advice. And I was like, that's not legal advice. I'm
That
just
is
saying, if
not
you're
legal advice.
saying that you're not the correct entity, then point me in the direction of AT&T or Verizon or even T-Mobile. I literally made that example just to make it clear. And it was just interested. The response was, thank you for returning my calls regarding the petition to the declaratory filing concerning Orange County utilities. As we discussed with you, the Florida Public Service Commission does not regulate Orange County utilities, as it does not have jurisdiction to do so, the Florida statute. And they list the Florida
Which
statute
Florida
at
statute?
36
Oh, they gave it to you.
367, yeah, 0.022. And it
So
says
when you asked the utility directly for their governing authority, did they answer?
I didn't reach out to them after I sent the action.
Okay. I would reach out to them and ask them directly. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like you calling customer service for a specific account, because that's just a general question. Right?
Okay.
Does that make sense to everybody here? I would
Yeah,
call
because
them.
it said under the statute, it says that the following are not subject to regulation by the commissions as a
Okay, then
utility.
by who is the question?
Exactly. That was my exact question to her. And then it says, as I indicated, if no withdrawal is filed by you, the staff recommendation urges for dismissal of the filing by July 23rd, and you will receive a copy of the staff recommendation via email from the clerk.
Mm-hmm.
The commission will
I
hear
wouldn't
this
fight a
matter on,
dismissal if
yeah,
they are in fact not the proper agency. But we got to answer that question first.
yeah.
Okay. Gratitude for your question, Queen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn and grow at the same time.
I would definitely see if we can help research who governs, who regulates. I hope it's not one of those, oh, they regulate themselves type stupid stuff. All right. Do we have any other questions? No, Angela, it's not new. It's the same utilities class. Affidavit outside of court is bluffing. It's worse than bluffing. It's showing that you are nichent. Very nice. Because if you know anything, you would know that an affidavit is hearsay until and unless the person making the factual assertions presents themselves in court to be cross-examined. I say this all the time, and I'm saying it slowly because since that is what makes something an affidavit, you would know if you were to study affidavits that it cannot be a bluffing tactic if you're sending it to somebody like an attorney who at least should know that it's nothing if you don't show up in court to be cross-examined. It does not automatically invoke a response just because it's called an affidavit. It does not automatically invoke a duty to respond. Does everybody understand that? The internet gurus would like us all to believe that the only way to communicate is by affidavit, as I call them, because that's what they end up being, just jokes. Affidavits. They're not affidavits until and unless the person making the factual assertions contained within show up in court and say whatever they're saying on that piece of paper with their own voice and allow themselves to be cross-examined by the other party. Without that presentation in court and cross-examination by the other party, it's merely an affidavit. It has no force or effect of anything if you just send that to somebody's inbox.
Oh wow, I got an emotional outburst about affidavits. I just saw an affidavit submitted by an attorney, but the attorney did not actually put in their statement, like, I am this person, this is what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And then the notary stamps it. The notary wrote it. Oh, well, so and so, it's so weird. Well, this person said this, and it appears that they blah, blah, blah. I'm the notary stamp. I was shocked, absolutely shocked that it
You're
seems like the
certifying your
attorneys,
own statement. You're certifying your own statement?
right, certifying a statement that she heard from the attorney. And I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. And it really seems like these attorneys, they don't always know procedure. It's weird.
Is Trading Brigade still on? Quayne, are you there? Is that hearsay or hearsay within hearsay? Where's Quayne? Ah, shucks, it looked like Quayne dropped off. Maybe he went fishing.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
as soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't even need to read my notes from my coach. I know that something ain't right.
Word.
It's the strobe light. Oh my goodness. Who regulates the utility company? It depends on the utility.
Yeah, and they like to hide up in Florida.
It's not just Florida. It's not just Florida. I'm surprised FP&L is not the main culprit still. Maybe FPL
No,
was a little.
Malika, they read that paperwork and they were like, we want that money. Because the reached out to me, she was trying to go fishing on me by like asking certain questions. And she was like, you could have your attorney contact me. I said, ma'am, this is not about an attorney. This is about the issue at hand. And to preserve the record, you can send me everything that you said in an email so that we are not lost in our communication.
Got to get it on the record. You got to record it in some way, shape, or form. Name said, did they invoke equity? Oh man. Oh man. I love you guys. All right, let's see what other questions that we have here. Did you guys put questions in the chat? The W4 sandwich with performance and jelly. Did you guys watch that guy's trial that was selling that W4 sandwich nonsense? You notice that you don't hear about that W4 sandwich nonsense anymore? Who misses the conversation about the W4 sandwiches?
I don't, because I didn't really understand it. So
Sounds like a car salesman. Your
I mean,
accent
just
prayer.
invoke your super secret agriculture lien. That tops everything.
It doesn't trump the 45-degree angle in purple writing on the back of my BC.
The
Oh, but
maritime
it
lien
comes from
does
the same
though.
place as a sandwich.
Y'all didn't take care of your maritime lien from the Coast Guard? Shit, y'all fucked up.
Damn it.
We about to not be able to beat a parking ticket, huh?
Welcome to Admiralty maritime law.
Look, I think I got blocked by everybody that I need to get blocked by. So welcome, new
didn't.
friends on TikTok. Hey. All the people
Malika, I
talking
do
that
have
junk.
one more question though.
Go ahead.
In terms of the utilities, in class we mentioned about a duty of service. Does that only apply to public and not private?
I don't know if there's such thing as private utilities. Is there such thing as private utilities, guys? I don't know. Teach me something.
That could be local in a village or something. That sounds like a co-op, really. That would be a co-op.
Is it a co-op? Because that's the question.
It sounds more like a co-op
Is it a
or
co-op? Are they paying
Yeah.
dividends to the members?
No. Well, private utilities are just utility services owned and operated by private companies rather than being directly owned by a governmental entity.
Yeah, but who regulates them? Are they
Right.
self-regulated?
to me, that sounds like somebody with like a generator in their backyard. That's my private utility and I regulate it.
So most investor-owned electric, gas, water, and some telecommunication utilities are regulated by State Public Utilities Commission, the
Exactly.
PUC, and they typically regulate rates, fees, service standards, safety requirements, customer complaint procedures, transfer of ownership, and infrastructure
But what about
approval.
specifically, what's the county, Queen? Orange?
Yeah,
Orange County, Florida. Utilities. Who regulates Orange County utilities in
because I
Florida?
took it to the board and the board said they ain't looking at it. Took it to the attorney general. Attorney general says, thank you for your concern, but I'm sorry, Queen, I can't help you.
Florida Public
I
Service
mean,
Commission is where
That's
your
who
electric,
regulates
water, yeah,
Orange County utilities specifically because it's
yep.
it's the specific entity we're having a problem with. So gratitude. Go ahead and read that again.
So it's Orange County, Florida. who regulates the utility depends on the type of utility and who owns it. Private
It's
investor
literally
owned.
called Orange County Utility. Is that not the
Okay.
actual name, Queen?
Yes, that's the actual name.
Who regulates them? Not necessarily the county's utilities, but them specifically.
All right. It is not a private utility company. It's a government-owned utility department of Orange County, Florida. It is
So does
controlled
that
by
mean that the clerk is lying, Queen?
someone is.
Can you put that in the chat, Freedom?
Yeah.
Gratitude. Queen, make sure you copy that.
That was my assumption, like, because
Nope. Nope.
sorry.
We
Okay. That was my
do not.
finding after
Okay.
reviewing. That was my finding after reviewing the information, because obviously this is not just a one and done. Like, we've been working on this for weeks, months, like going with this. At the same time, my concern is, if you don't regulate something, and here's where the light bulb moment went off for me. If you don't regulate something, why are you still willing to hear it? Doesn't that
Yeah, why did you even set up the hearing? They don't sound like they're going to hear it. It sounds like somebody's going to recommend it to be dismissed due to lack of jurisdiction. So the question again is, if not them, who?
Then who? And then also in the documentation,
And then
I
it
also
sounds
put,
like you might actually have to sue somebody so that somebody shows up from behind the scenes.
Oh, the legal entity.
because I also put Orange County as one of the institutes. If it's not them, then direct it to the entity in which it should be directed, was in the instructions as well.
Did you ask him who takes legal service of process?
You might be able to find out with the Secretary of State, but that's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah, who takes service of process? Great question.
Thank you.
So also, it's also they refer to it as Orange County Utilities Department, but it's a county-owned utility that provides water, wastewater, and reclaimed water services. Regulators differ, but it's a governmental utility owned and operated by Orange County. It's not a private investor-owned utility.
So who would have jurisdiction over them for disputes?
Orange County government under the authority of the Orange County Board of County.
The Board of County Commissioners.
Correct.
Okay. Did you communicate with the Board of County Commissioners? Queen?
I communicated with the District 2 person, because when I reached out to the Board of County, they said, you got to reach out. Well, the Attorney General directed me specifically to District 2's person for the Board of Commissioners, and they never responded back to me.
The Board of Commissioners for the county?
On the website, that's what it looks like.
They also have the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, and that's the state level. Regulators.
It sounds okay. She said she reached out to the county commissioners. They need to have they have a formal way of invoking their duty to respond, Queen.
Okay.
So the one that I am aware of, I'm going to show you guys in Texas, because we've gone over that before. Let me see if I can find it.
Putting them on formal notice with a clear documented complaint or request directed to the correct office, and then escalating through the county and state channels.
I think this might be my notes here from Texas. Ah, shucks. Not. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about with suing the county, the instructions in that Texas Title 86? Y'all remember what I'm talking about?
Mm, nah, roughly. What about Title 86 again?
I think this is it. Ah. In Texas, we looked at, it says like before you sue a county, you have to send them a notice of claim and claim of damages, like a tort to the county. Y'all don't remember?
No.
And it literally starts off with saying that before you sue the county, you have to let the county know by sending them a notice of claim, claim of damages, and only after you've given them notice formally, if they don't respond or pay you, then you can escalate. Y'all don't remember that?
Hmm.
It was when we were dealing with Thad stuff, but it wasn't exclusive to Thad.
Why were we just talking about that like a couple weeks ago, where if they don't respond, then it leads to
Not
you
just
could
about
automatically
them not
sue.
responding, about where to find the
Okay.
instructions of how to properly sue a county. It tells you that before you sue them, you have to give them notice of claim, claim of damages.
Correct.
Yes. Actually, Malika, how y'all doing? That's what's going on with my case because of where I have to go. I actually have to do the notice of claim and claim of damages to the county for what that impersonator did. So it is actually in the rules
It
of
is.
your county. Yeah,
It
I
is.
had to read the
It's in
rules.
the
Yes.
state statutes in the county section. Gratitude for that, Yoni. I'm trying to find where we had it. I don't know. I don't know where I could find my notes. And in Texas is the county commissioner's court. Any other questions?
Not from me. Thank you for all your help, guys.
You're welcome. It sounds like the county commissioners is the way, and they have a before suing any county, you have to give them notice. And I was trying to pull up the Texas one so you guys can find the
I put
equivalent in whatever the state is.
the Florida one. I'm in the middle of pasting it all right now. How to invoke their duty to respond.
Any other questions, guys?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have a situation. First, I wanted to thank you all so much. I really love you guys. I've been listening to the Lawful Living, and you've helped me tremendously. Um, I'm dealing with a situation where my son was tased by the university campus police. He wasn't on campus; he was at his job, and he's a auto mechanic. And the campus is next door or across the street. It's North Carolina, UNC, University of North Carolina. And he he was out at his job, um, and there was a situation where the police came over. He was on the property of the mechanic shop. He was doing gyrations in his car, like spinning it around and doing stuff like that. on the property of the garage where he works. The police came over, tased him, arrested him, put him in jail. He got out. They let him out. And so I was trying to figure out a solution. My husband was listening to you and suggested I listen. And I've been listening and taking notes. And so I believe that I should be doing a tort claim. My
Yes.
question my question is though, if I do a tort claim to the state, is there another
How do you
side
know you're
to
doing
it?
it to the state?
Because the UNC campus police officers, I believe that they work for the state
You
because
said the
it's
wrong
UNC.
word, believe.
Yeah.
You need to
Yeah.
absolutely know.
Okay.
And there is a way to know because it's going to be written somewhere of who is the entity to report actions of those actors. You have to know who that is, and that is where you will lodge your tort claim. So don't presume. You might be right that it is the state, but there's no way to believe, presume, assume, because it's going to be written, the directions.
Right. I have been studying law for some time now, and I have all the names that you called. I've listened to all of them. I've spoken to Carl Lentz. I was actually laughing. I've spoken to Carl Lentz on the phone. I've listened to Yusef
You heard
Bey,
that,
and
Freedom?
I like, wow. My husband spoke to him a couple times, and he was actually helpful because they helped us with the power company who was attempting to put a new meter on our house, the smart meter. And he suggested to file a notice of trespass, and it worked. They never came back. We filed a long letter. I don't know if they ignored that, but then when he said just do a notice of trespass, and they kind of went away. Not kind of, they did. They haven't been back. And so I've been studying, and I do want to say you're really like the best one that I've heard because you give the receipts and everything you say can be verified. I'm writing notes. I got notebooks. You got to see my desk right now writing this tort claim, and but you always provide the evidence, is which I like. You've said a lot of things. You spoke about equity exclusive. I've used that term, and I'm like, oh my God, maybe I didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. And when you talk about nationality, I am a Bay. Peace and love, brother Hassan, and all the other brothers and sisters from the Moorish science community, and all of that. I love how his demeanor is, brother Hassan. Anyways, getting back.
Islam.
So I've used so much verbiage and written long memorandums and filed affidavits. Everything you said, I'm like, oh my God, I've done all this insanity. Maybe I don't know, but I really like you a lot. I think you're really great. I've
Gratitude.
sent a lot of people to your thing. Another sister friend is listening right now. We're listening
Awesome.
kind of together. We're supposed to talk after the call and
Yes.
send it to a lot of people. And I said, you're the only one that gives proof. Anybody who's listening, this is the first time I'm getting to speak. I'm so excited. I'm probably talking too much. Sorry for taking up so much time. But you
No need
really,
to
I mean, I
apologize.
watched
You're great.
I love you guys, man. I love the evidence that you give because, like I said, I've been 20 years. I've been in the more science community, and I filed everything. I've filed every paper and this and that and all kinds of stuff. I didn't do the birth certificate insanity yet, but I've heard about that, and
He
I
says
questioned
yet
it.
though. Y'all heard that? I
No,
didn't do it
I'm not
yet.
gonna do it. Listen, I'm not gonna do it because I think I don't understand it. It didn't make sense to me either. I'm like, what's that doing? And I think that's part of the reason for that is because I'm not born here. So maybe if I did have a thing from here, I probably would have been trying to do the same insanity.
Yes.
I don't know, but I don't have one from here, so I can't do nothing with what I have. So, um,
Word.
so that's interesting too. But I've heard all the theories and conspiracies, but I do thank you. But getting back to the point, I probably will. I want to take the class. I'm trying to figure out what I need to take first. I've watched the videos, but I'm still trying to draft this tort claim.
Okay,
It
so we actually have a tort class.
Yeah.
Have you taken the Tort to Us class?
No, I looked at it on the lawful living. I signed up to be in the community and I was trying to navigate through that and I'm not so tech savvy. So I was actually having issues navigating it because I would go into the place where you can see
Okay,
the
let me
different
show you how to
members.
get the tort class because
Okay.
instead of us trying to fill you in with
Yeah.
the quick and dirty,
Okay.
okay? we're gonna just take you to where you can get the class. If my affiliates beat me to it, that's fine too. Or I'm not, my own website not coming up on my thing. Freedomfromgovernment.org.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the classes currently are.
Okay.
So, and if
Okay.
you click on workshops,
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm on it here now.
and you
It says
will get to
Clean up.
the torts class right here. Torts are us.
okay, yeah.
You click right there and you would
Mhm.
be able to take the class. You don't have to struggle to write your own tort claim. What you'll find
Oh,
is
wow.
templates are associated with this class, but also just giving you free games. Some states have a form.
I did see the form for North Carolina. I downloaded it and I seen it, but I've also listened to and I've heard you say that you used, I don't know if you said it exactly, so forgive me, but you used the form, but you also put your own attachment onto it. And that's kind
Yeah,
of
we
where I
say
was
see
thinking.
attached.
Yeah. And write it separately, but
But you
attach
can
it to the
also
claim.
just use the form. Don't try to make it difficult for yourself.
Really?
But you also need to use the form as even as an outline for what belongs in it, because a lot of people, they end
Yeah.
up with like 15-page tort claims, and it's like, you're the reason they made the form.
Right. I
You
got
are
down
the
to 5.
reason. They started seeing 50-page tort claims, and they were like, there's no even reason to talk for that much.
Right. The old me would have written about.
At least not to get it lodged. Okay.
Right. Okay. So, but I did have another quick question. I hope it's quick. Again, I'm so sorry for taking up a lot of time. And I'm sorry for even apologizing. But anyways, my son, I heard you at one point you said like if you're not a state actor, he works for a car garage and he was a an inspector for the state with with the cars passing inspection. So I don't know if that precludes him from utilizing the defenses because of that. Is he a state actor? He didn't take an ooth or anything like that, but
Who
he's
is he
still.
inspecting for?
Wait, hold on. You're talking
Mm.
about when he was abused?
Yeah, when he was abused.
Okay, yeah,
So
what matters about that situation is the abusers.
okay, it was 3
Okay.
officers and they pushed him in the building. They put like he
Hold
was
on,
doing
Sonny.
the.
Hold on. Wait.
Sorry.
You
Yeah.
have to write your story down. You can't, it
Okay.
doesn't, I don't want you to like dissipate your energy continuing to share your story with people who cannot do anything for you.
Okay.
Like I cannot do anything with your story. You
Right.
know, I'm
Right.
not the inspector, I'm not the investigator, I'm not,
Indeed.
and I want you to put that information where it matters,
Okay.
which is what we talk about in the class. How to create your statement of facts,
Mm-hmm.
what facts need to be included,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, and what things not to. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
As well. Um, and the less you talk about it, the better it's gonna be for you.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
one, you don't want to deal with self-incrimination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't want anybody to remember, oh well, when she told me the story, she said blah, blah. No,
Yeah.
get it down in writing,
Mm-hmm.
read it, make me check it twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And include only what is required for your tort claim,
Mm.
and not a single word more. No pun intended.
Right. Right, because sometimes we say too much.
Yeah, all of us, mores
Yeah.
or not, right? We say
Yeah.
we
We do
just
say a whole lot.
going.
Yeah. Right.
So let's keep
Mhm.
it to a minimum. Could you
Okay.
believe?
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say one other side thing is that after it happened, I went to the campus police and I tried to get an
Sonny,
internal
Sonny, you're doing it
investigation.
again. You're doing it. You're doing it
Okay.
again.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Malika.
If you read your state tort Claims Act, and it
Yeah.
says that you also need to do some type of notification to the Internal Investigations Department, then do that as well.
Okay.
But sometimes you'll get to who you think should be told, and they tell you, pursuant to the statute, you need to go elsewhere, which is basically what Queen was just saying. She went to this entity, but they're saying that they don't have the authority, and it seems as if they might be telling the truth. And so the effort may have been misdirected.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens sometimes, and that's why it's important to be clear on the statutes governing the entity, which is what Hassan started to ask. Didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
Okay.
Did you want to finish your question, Hassan?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking on mute. I was saying that because you know our friend-in-law who works for the post office is the first one who came to mind when Sonny started asking that question, and that's why I was thinking. I was like, who is he inspecting for? Because technically, he would only be a deputy. You know, he's not the inspector. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just emissions or whatever when you go take your car to get checked out. And
Yeah.
Yeah, but in
But
your
more.
case, yeah, I was about to
Go ahead.
say, yeah, but what's important in this situation is not who your son is. It's really whatever the people who are accusing him of anything, whether they have, you know, established meeting the elements of whatever they're accusing them of. That's all y'all really need to focus on is the elements fulfilled, whatever the charges are. Look at the charges like a
Did
recipe.
they actually charge him with something when they arrested him, or did they just go,
they
"Oh, my bad"?
no, they gave him 4 charges. Um, and that was interesting. I had a little win with that situation because they gave him 4 charges after they arrested him and let him out. And it was like street takeover, driving without a motor vehicle without a registration. What is the other one? Resisting and some other one. And what I did with that situation is that I did a notice to show cause and a notice to dismiss. I asked them to provide on the record proof of jurisdiction because you know of my of my status. Wink, wink, laugh, laugh. But I did that, and that they had jurisdiction over him, and and I informed the clerk of the court and the judge that they had oaths of office, and I filed them on the record for them, and they never calendared the case up to now, and that was last year. That was last June. June 4th, June 2nd was the court date, and they never put on the calendar, and I've been back several times. So once I
Does
filed
that
that
sound like
notice,
the arm flailing to you guys, my people? She went like this.
A
right?
little
Yes.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Does
It
that
was so
sound
funny.
familiar?
Right. So so I don't know. They never did anything with the case. It never.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So that was a little win, but I was
That's
flailing the
not a
arm.
little win. That's a big win.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Clap it
Thank
up.
you.
That's a success
Yeah.
story right there.
Yeah. And so I just want to continue and make sure I do the right thing. So I'm glad that I found you or my husband found you. And I'm grateful to be studying with you all. And I'm sure you guys are like the cool kids. I mean, I just want to like hang out with you guys because you're just so cool. You guys are
We're
airing
like
up.
the cool kids. Do you guys know we're just the nerds.
Right. But really the cool ones.
We're the cool nerds. You heard that, Hassan? They didn't call us that in school.
But yeah.
Oh my goodness.
One more thing. The tort claim is the state, and then the 42 1983, that's something different because I was trying to even understand the two different ones and how they apply differently. Can you file both of them, or are you
Oh,
precluded from using one if you use the other?
That's another great question. So if you can do both because they're not mutually exclusive.
Okay.
But you one is a federal case and one might start in the county or with the city. You said it was city policy officers?
No, it was the University of North Carolina,
Oh yes, that's right.
Greensboro.
Yeah, that's why you okay. Um, and it would behoove you to file something internal, even if they don't actually investigate, because you always want to preserve the record.
So still go back to the UNC and do their filing on their website
If
to
they have a process, follow
They
that
do.
process to get an internal investigation going.
They said that
Okay.
whenever they fire their tasers, there's an investigation that goes on automatically. I spoke to
Yeah,
the
so
internal
what?
affairs and
Okay,
right,
but
and
if
I said, so what did you do? What did you find after you looked at the video?
separate from that's their
Mhm.
internal thing, that's fine, but I don't,
Okay.
you can always research it, but I wouldn't use their internal stuff to
Okay.
replace my preservation of my record by showing that I brought up the issue on this day with these officers using whatever process they might have. Does that make sense?
No, please rephrase that.
Okay, so let's say you go to a grocery store and you slip and fall, and
Okay.
an employee might have seen you, right?
Uh-huh.
Or an employee that takes care of that section might have the duty of making a report internally because they are the employee, right?
Yes.
But that shouldn't stop you, the one who slipped and fell,
Uh-huh.
from filing your own complaint. Do you
Okay.
understand?
Yes.
Because you shouldn't let the agents having to make a note of something that happened in their department a substitute for you doing your own complaint filing. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do your own due diligence.
Preserve your own record by showing you made a complaint.
Okay.
Because if you don't do certain things, like make certain complaints, make certain reports known at a certain time, you will be considered waiving certain rights.
Oh. I wonder if there's any time constraints on that.
Typically, yes, and that's the reason for doing it.
Mm. It's been a year.
A year to the day.
A year June 4th. A year May 25th or something.
Mm.
But they said the tort claim is 3 years. You can file it
Good,
within 3
good.
years.
Because in certain places, the tort claim is 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Sorry for you folks in New Jersey and New York. Y'all better act fast AF. Okay.
Right.
Because when I saw that in New Jersey, I was like, what? No way. Like, you better be. And this is why it's so important. I love that we come full circle. This is why it's so important to learn the law. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. Our parents didn't know that they should have been teaching us the law. Our parents didn't know they should be learning the law. Our teachers didn't know that they should be teaching the law. Our teachers didn't know the law either. So now here we are finding ourselves as adults, whether you're just turning 18 or you've been 18, above 18, okay? If you don't learn the law as a necessary skill, just like brushing your teeth, flossing, tying your shoes, dressing yourself, brushing your hair. If you don't learn the law just like those things, then you're left to learn when you're desperate or sick, which is what gets us taken advantage of. We're learning under pressure. We're behind the 8 ball. We have only 7 days to respond and stupid stuff like that. And then when something happens, we're expected to know, oh, you should have filed tort claims 90 days ago. Where they teach that at? Except here at Lawful Living. Anyway, we are about 17 minutes over time. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your participation. It has been my absolute pleasure being your host. And shout out to all of my co-hosts that's been keeping people in the room. Thank you all for showing out on Hassan's class on Saturday. It's
Yes,
been
gratitude.
awesome. And I hope you guys are ready for Quayne coming back with his August 1st class that we will all have more information about in the coming weeks.
Yep. And we got one more installment of Precise Prompting coming up on the 18th for the people
Yes.
with state remedies.
So everybody who has their state remedy will I don't know how that works. If you get the state remedy, you can get access to the class.
Yeah, there have been people, I think 2 or 3 that
So
have
it's only
signed
for
up
people. So it's only
since
for people who have the state remedy. So
right.
make sure you get your state remedy if you didn't already. If you need to listen to last Saturday's class before you decide if you want to get your state remedy, make sure you take a screenshot right here,
I
right
will
now.
say there was one friend in law that signed up for the recording earlier when we was talking about it, Malika, during I think it from either TikTok or the Zoom, either way. But somebody did sign up for the replay and they got it immediately as soon as Lotus let me know that they signed up. So you guys should be able to access that and go and look at class immediately.
Yes, look at class, decide if you want what is a state remedy. It is a great question, Keon. A state remedy is a personalized AI assistant programmed by Hassan for your specific state.
But that's
So whatever the state
wait,
is,
yep.
you can have a specific state remedy for you so that you're not thinking that California is applicable to Wisconsin automatically because it ain't.
Correct.
It don't. Okay. And same thing with any other state. Your state remedy will be specific to your state so that you can search your situation and research your situation properly within your state because it is at least a little different in every state. Now, some states are totally identical, but what are the odds, right? Why take that chance? So
Correct.
if you watch last Saturday's class, the recording that's available right now, I'm gonna pin it because it's right here in the chat. If you guys take a screenshot and you let Hassan know that you are taking the class because it was promoted through our live, I will personally give you a bonus. So make sure that you let me know too, so I can get you your bonus.
Yep.
All right. So it's 2:20, guys. It's 4:20 somewhere. Okay. So we will be I will be back on live later on tonight. So if you guys have any additional questions, we can talk about it at that time.
I'm gonna be there too. I'm gonna make sure I show up too. Okay.
I was trying to get on when Lotus invited me to yours last night, but by the time I got on, it was like 3 hours later and it said live over. I'm like, look at him cutting his live short.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna do anywhere between 1 and 2 hours. That's all I'll do.
And he did 30 minutes. He did 30 minutes.
I did an hour and 4 minutes,
When the
sir.
truth comes out.
An hour and 4 minutes to be exact. No, let me stop. Yeah.
If you guys enjoy talking with the nerds, I'm going to show you guys tonight how you can join our community. I have a very exciting announcement for everybody who is currently in the all access. So if you guys can get back on tonight, it'll probably be around like 6 Pacific time, which means it's kind of late on y'all's side, but y'all be up scrolling over there on the East Coast anyway. So
well, I mean, I might have tuned in after class then.
Somebody said Revenge of the Nerds.
Word.
This is absolutely it. Okay.
Word.
Gratitude, y'all. Mwah.
Peace.